This podcast is brought to you by Progressive Insurance. Fiscally responsible, financial geniuses, monetary magicians. These are the things people say about drivers who switch their car insurance to Progressive and save hundreds. Because Progressive offers discounts for paying in full, owning a home, and more. Plus, you can count on their great customer service to help you when you need it, so your dollar goes a long way. Visit Progressive.com to see if you could save on car insurance. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates. Potential savings will vary. Not available in all states or situations.
This week we have the beautiful sisters, twin sisters, Nikki and Brie Garcia. Hello, ladies.
Hi. How are you, Brittany?
I'm doing great. It's been a while since I've seen you all, since I did your podcast.
Right. It has been a minute. Wow. I know time seriously flies. It's crazy.
It does fly. I'm going to read a little bio about you guys in case people listening don't know by some weird reason who you guys are, which I know is impossible, but still, let's talk about all the things that you guys have done. Nikki and Brie Garcia are twin sisters, best known for redefining what women could be in WWE, becoming global stars through wrestling, reality TV, and entrepreneurship. They also headlined the hit series Total Bellas, which chronicled their careers, family lives, and transitions into motherhood. Today, they co-host the Nikki and Brie Show on Sirius XM, where they blend unfiltered sister conversations, parenting, pop culture, and life after the ring.
Right. Wow. That's us.
Yes, that is you all. Okay, first off, a weird question. How do you guys decide whose name goes first?
So I always think alphabetical order. So B before N, but Nikki thinks because she's older, N before B. I agree.
Because everything says Nikki and Brie.
Yeah, everything is Nikki and Brie, but I feel like because it was always that, anyways at WWE, that we had to keep the flow. But I was born first, so it's my birthright.
Yes. You were born first by how long?
16 minutes. So my mom had no idea she was having twins.
What?
I know. It's crazy. She was barely 19 years old. And I came out and I was 5 pounds. And they assumed she was just having a big baby boy the whole time.
She didn't do an ultrasound.
Yeah, she didn't do an ultrasound, just did heartbeats. Brie was breached. So when I came out, they were like, wait a minute, here's this 5-pound little baby. And then they started cleaning my mom up, and it was a nurse who was like, wait, I hear another heartbeat. And out came Brie, who claims she was a miracle baby, which I guess.
I was a miracle baby, and they saved the best for last. So
that's why my name's first.
Oh, my gosh. I love it. Okay, well, let's get into some of your reality TV life before we get into some of your WWE life as well. Like me, you guys have shared much of your lives on camera. What's the biggest misconception people still have about you?
Oh, it's really good.
Yeah, I feel like a lot of stuff that was showcased throughout, especially Total Bellas, not so much on Total Divas, but Total Bellas, was that I always felt like I was a little bit of the villain in a way. Like I always had the issue, or I just kidding. What? No, but I just think it's how they made it. I think what it is sometimes people. Now they're used to it, but at that time they weren't used to people having honest answers. Like everyone else,
that's the thing.
So I just said what I felt.
Okay, so that's my thing is they didn't make you the villain. It was you feel like you were misunderstood because you had strong opinions and you voiced them, and people took it as that. But you weren't edited to be that way. People just
at times I felt,
but people didn't know how to take your strong opinions. But I feel like at times. For me, it's like when I would use my voice or if I had feelings about something, people would misunderstand of me thinking I'm playing the victim, right? Of how I was portrayed when I was being honest about certain situations I was put in, or don't you agree? Like I get misunderstood in that way.
Yeah.
But for me, it's like they took vulnerability and made it that when I was just being vulnerable. And I think what was hard is you see a strong woman, and then the minute she has those moments of being vulnerable, they're like, oh, what a victim. And it's like, she's trying, I mean, should feel bad for her. Right. And you're like, no, I'm actually letting you in to me. I'm not a bitch. She tells people what she feels.
Yeah. Well, I can relate to both of you because, I mean, going through and showing so much of your life is always hard. There's so many people judging, but you have so much support at the same time. But I definitely have felt like, you know, especially with last season of The Valley, there were times I was going through the hardest thing ever. And a lot of people were like, oh, she's trying to play the victim. She's trying to do that. But it was what I was really living during that time. And I think being very open and honest about who you are and what you're going through makes what reality TV is so great, because other people can relate to that.
For sure. Completely agree.
Yeah.
I completely agree with exactly what you said, and have been through that too. And it is funny when you talk about exactly what you're going through, how people voice that.
And what I learned is you never win. I could play it a million different ways, and every way I would play it was wrong. Or someone had an issue. So I started to not care. And I was whatever. Yeah.
That's what you have to do over some point, because you're just living your life. I always say that even if Jesus Christ had an Instagram, you know, he would have haters. Like, nobody is going to be perfect. You know what I mean?
For sure. So true.
Something that somebody dislikes or whatever. So you can never win. So Brie, you think you're the most outspoken sister?
Oh yeah, for sure.
For sure.
Oh yeah. Especially the older we've become, I definitely have become more outspoken, and I don't care about whatever consequences come with how I feel.
Yeah. Yeah. But, you know, and Brittany, I feel like you could relate to this. Like, I've always been outspoken in many ways, and I feel like, there was maybe like in the past even more so, but I think when things happen to us in the public eye, it starts to make us a little bit more reserved, because we take on so much. And then it's like, after so many years of taking on a lot of stuff, you just kind of become reserved. And it's like, I'm just choosing not to use my voice in certain ways where, she's gone way the other way, which I envy in ways, because she gets like applauded for it. But I feel like well, I think so. People love it. But I feel like some of the things you say, if I was to say it, they'd be like, ew, look at her. She's so all that. But if you say it, they're like, yeah, Brie and her chickens, or
Brie and her chickens.
Yeah. So I feel like I don't know. It's made me more reserved. I don't know if you feel that at all, but
maybe it's the way I say it.
Why? How do I say things?
Maybe you say it in a different way.
Majority of the time I say things that are rated R, that are like too outspoken, but like,
but they're hilarious.
Yeah.
This actually goes into one of my questions that I had for you all. How do you decide now what parts of your lives stay private versus public?
Definitely step with the kid.
Yeah.
Like, there's times we don't mind talking. Like, we don't mind talking about motherhood. Like, you know, the hard weeks, the good weeks. But we've realized, like, you know, we try to keep private a lot with the kids, unless, you know, they give us the okay. And definitely, like, I respect my husband, and, you know, like, I'll definitely talk about a lot of things with us, but there's some stuff I know to keep private. But other than that, nothing else. Everything else is not off limits.
Right. I know, it's weird. Like, since I've become a mom, it's like I'll go into some sex things, and then it's like I feel myself like pulling like away from it, because I feel weird, because then I start to think about Mateo, and I'm like, oh gosh, like, should I be talking about this?
Like, one day.
I know.
Here.
And then it was like so rude, because I'm kind of recently, well, it was like the end of 2025, I was talking about like how I hadn't had intimacy for a long time. And there was this guy on a radio show that was like, gosh, I mean, what is it she's talking about? And it comes off so angry. Like, why do women who haven't had intimacy in a long time come off angry? I didn't come off angry at all. And I was like, see, you're like, there's so many actually angry dudes out there, or dudes that aren't getting laid. So like, I didn't come off angry at all. I said, actually, in 2026, I hope to get a lot more intimacy, because I hadn't had any for 2026.
Yes, you're laid, baby. I love it.
Exactly. But then it's like, then it just made me feel like, ew, see, is this why I don't want to talk about it? There's so many angry men on social media. Like, geez.
Yes, that's so funny. I had a Lucky energy drink that came out, and we did this whole commercial, and obviously it was like a spoof. It was meant to be funny, but a lot of the stuff that we talked about, it was like I was in a farm, and we were sending the men there to become ick free, and the girls were talking about their icks, and it was like this really funny thing, and a lot of it was like stuff that aren't even real. It's just like over exaggerating to be funny. Like some of it was like eating an ice cream cone, eating ice cream with sprinkles, or like washing their hands, lifting for a high item, riding on the back of a bike, like little stuff like that. And there were so many men in the comments who were so offended. And I couldn't believe it. I was like, obviously this is a joke. We want everybody to wash their hands. Like, it's just trying to like explain like the icks and like be funny about it. But I didn't realize.
Oh, yeah. Well, this is what I've realized so much with them on social media is they're triggers for them. It's like when they hear it, it's because that there's something that hit a button in them and they need to go look in the mirror and figure out where they need therapy because like obviously something bothered you of what I said and you're trying to take it out on me and like call me all these bad names and be whatever, but you need to go figure out what your trigger was. I know I have to do that for myself, so.
Exactly.
Yeah.
That was crazy for me to see. So I understand what you're saying. It's not that big of a deal.
No. Oh my God. At all.
Oh my goodness. Okay. If you could redo one reality TV moment, would you? Or do you think that it helped you be a better person today?
Oh. I mean, I definitely feel like watching yourself back on reality TV definitely teaches you a lot about yourself. Because they can only edit so much. They don't, at least on our show, no one ever forced us to say anything or do anything. So it definitely was like, I had a lot of growth for sure. So I appreciate it. So everything, all the good, the bad, all of it, it molded me into the woman I am today. So yeah, I'll take it all.
Totally. And I'm actually grateful for some of the amazing moments that we get to see, like again and again, whether, it's with the loves or past loves or babies or whatever it might be. Like, I think we're lucky that we get to have that documented moments with Nana.
Yeah.
I think about that. And I would definitely even relive some because it was so fun. I think now being a mom with a lot of responsibilities, I'm like, all we had to do was show up, drink, have fun, wrestle. I'm like, man, those were the days. That was like a lot of fun. Even though it felt like mentally stressful, I'm like, it's not like now when you're a parent, you're like, wait, that was so easy and fun. Like, how cool,
For sure. I mean, there's also a lot of mental stress for all of us,
and it isn't as a parent.
Well, it was a different type. Exactly.
Yeah.
So.
Okay. So WWE, that was huge for you guys. And Nikki, you recently got back into it.
Yeah.
And you look amazing. How do you feel?
I feel so good. It was crazy because when I look at like my first debut back in January or February back at the Royal Rumble, and to see myself now, I am like a totally different woman. And I was definitely needing to be back in that ring, be Nikki Bella again, fearless Nikki. And it's just crazy the growth I've had in 2025. It was one of the best years of like growing, finding myself again, my sexiness, my strength, my confidence. And health wise, I feel so great and strong. I've gotten my like inner core back and my strength as well as my outer strength. And just to be amongst the women now, like these women are incredible. I always tell Brie, I go, this is the best locker room I've ever been a part of. Not only how these women work in the ring, they're incredible wrestlers, but they're sweethearts. They're really good people.
Love that.
And she sees me always sending photos every Monday night and like sipping tequila with everyone. I'm like, hey girl, miss you. Girls looking her best life. I am. I'm having so much fun. And I feel like you could see it. I just feel like I really have gotten my happiness back, my groove back. I just, I kind of feel like I'm my like 2015 self.
Yeah.
But like in a better era.
Right. And what's great for Nikki is like, when she doesn't have Mateo, she's out wrestling. So she's not like at home alone. And then she comes back off the road. It's her time with Mateo.
Yeah.
And so she gives give herself to him. So that's a really great balance.
I feel so grateful because it's made
congratulations.
Yeah, thank you. It's been the best thing because in the beginning with co-parenting, when I was just at my house alone without Tay, I would just cry the whole time. I was like just so sad. And now I get to go kick ass and travel the world again and be with the Bella Army. And so
it kind of takes your mind off of the time that you have to miss because you have to
exactly
co-parenting and everything. So I understand completely. Mental health care is so important. And as we all know, I've had many ups and downs over the years, and I've had many of friends who, have suggested different therapists and different things like that, and different friends who have had trouble finding great therapists. And, it can be complicated with so many different therapists to look through, some that your insurance don't take, and all these different problems that you come into it. And that's why Rula is amazing. Rula does things differently. They partner with over 100 insurance plans, making the average copay just $15 per session. That's real therapy from licensed professionals at a price that actually makes sense. Think about it. Use your insurance benefits to maintain your physical health, so why wouldn't you do the same for your mental health? And Rula isn't just affordable. The experience is tailored around you. Other online therapy platforms might match you with the first available provider, whether they're the right fit or not. Rula considers your goals, preferences, and background to provide you a curated list of licensed in-network therapists who are actually aligned with what you need, because they know that finding the right therapist can make all the difference. Thousands of people are already using Rula to get affordable, high-quality therapy that's actually covered by insurance. Visit Rula.com/realityhits to get started. After you sign up, you'll be asked how you heard from them. Please support our show and let them know we sent you. That's RULA.com/realityhits. You deserve mental health care that works with you, not against your budget. O Positive is a women's health company. They got their start in women's health by creating the world's first ever PMS gummy vitamin. Flow PMS Relief Gummies is a plant-based daily vitamin to help with common PMS symptoms like hormonal acne, period bloating, mood swings, and cramps. Flow is tackling the hormone issues that so many women struggle with, but haven't found a comprehensive solution for yet. Flow PMS Relief Gummies are absolutely amazing. I have a lot of stomach cramps and things like that, and they definitely make me feel so much more comfortable, and I think that they are incredible, and I love that they are helping women all over the world. You should definitely check them out, especially if you have a really, really rough time of the month. Flow uses vegan, non-GMO ingredients like chasteberry, donkey, vitamin B6, and lemon balm. Chasteberry supports relief from menstrual cramps by interacting with feel-good receptors in the body. When taken daily, Flow delivers noticeable benefits within 2 menstrual cycles. Take proactive care of your health and head to opositive.com/reality or enter reality at checkout for 25% off your first purchase. That's opositive.com/reality for 25% off. When Reality Hits is brought to you by Progressive Insurance. Do you ever think about switching insurance companies to see if you could save some cash? Progressive makes it easy. Just drop in some details about yourself and see if you're eligible to save money when you bundle your home and auto policies. The process only takes minutes, and it could mean hundreds more in your pocket. Visit Progressive.com after this episode to see if you could save. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates. Potential savings will vary. Not available in all states. Brie, how do you feel watching your sister go back? Is it make you hungry to go back yourself, or is it something that you're just glad to watch her do?
Definitely glad to watch her, that's for sure. But yeah, I mean, it's definitely like her energy is contagious. And, I was told I tell a lot of them, I'm like, I got one last run in me. So hopefully that comes true. Who knows? Right now, I'm enjoying my chickens, my garden beds, and my wild little kid chicken. Yeah. But
I love that. You're like a country girl that lives in California.
I will be 100% am. It's like so amazing. Every day I'm like out there with my chickens, and one was taken by a hawk. So when they're out running around, I'm out there reading favorites.
Oh no, that is so hard.
It was so hard. And I found her and I was like devastated. So I sit out there with them and I just enjoy like the beautiful days in the air and like hearing them, the birds. I'm like, this is a beautiful place to be in life.
Yeah, but then she gets into Brie mode and she starts to wrestle people. Once a wrestler, always Brie.
Do your kids wrestle and like play wrestle and do all that?
Oh, my boy Buddy. He's a wrestler in the making.
Oh,
So
my
whereas sometimes I'm like, slow down. Like it's too much at times. But my daughter, zero interest as of right now. She's very gentle and she's my artist. But
I
Buddy is a wrestler in the making.
Yeah. And Teo, he loves it. He likes everyone else wrestling except for mommy because
Oh,
he told me
yeah.
it makes him sad.
Oh.
But he found out that I'm Nikki Bella because, you just don't tell your kids your stage name or whatever.
Yeah.
So now he'll just like randomly tell people like Saturday we were at Traintown and he like met this kid and they were playing and then he looks at him and the parents and he goes, "Did you know that my mom's Nikki Bella? She's a wrestler." And I go, "Okay, Mateo." And he goes, "But you are Nikki Bella." And I go, "Well, I'm mommy." And I go, "And hi, I'm Nicole." But I'm like, I'm also Nikki Bella. But like, it's so cute how
That
he's
is
like,
cute.
yeah.
That is really cute. I want to know, what was the hardest part being taken seriously as a woman in WWE early on?
Ooh,
It's that we were capable.
yeah.
Like the biggest thing is I feel like early on it was hard to trust what the men were doing. Like, could the women do it too? So, in the era we were in, and you're given what you're given and you make the best out of it. But I feel like that was hard on who was in charge at the time to just like really see that. They don't see that now. Now they know the women are capable and you see the women thriving and doing everything the men are doing. It's a really beautiful thing and such a great time to be a woman at WWE.
Mhm.
But back in the day, that was the issue we all had. I feel like.
And equality,
Right.
Yeah.
when it came to so many things, it was such a fight, just TV time, pay, time in general of when you're out there and just showing your worthiness. Like it's hard as a wrestler to go out there and make people believe in you in a 2-minute match. That's just, it's not possible. Even for the men, it's not possible.
Yeah.
So yeah, exactly what you said, Brie.
Yeah. So what is amazing is that you guys, obviously WWE, fellow twins, had all these different things going on in your life, all these different chapters, motherhood, everything that you guys have been through. What advice would you give to women who feel stuck in one version of themselves?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, the biggest thing, because I know that feeling. I was stuck in that when I first had Birdie. I was trying to figure out, okay, who's the new Brie? Because it's definitely not the old Brie, but I don't want the old Brie to be gone. But
Right.
I'm a mom now. I'm like, have all these other challenges, and it was just different. But what I realized is, one, I had to write out a list of who I wanted to be or who I, kind of who I saw myself, and then take a chance. I feel like we get so scared to take this leap of faith, maybe change our hair or style. I don't know, the way we look at things. But like, I had to take a chance on myself, and I'm so happy I did, and really was opened up to evolving. I think evolving is really important.
Yeah.
So yeah, I just think like and I did the work. I had to work with like, life coach. I had to do the work on myself mentally, physically. And I really love the person I've evolved. And it's a mixture of the old Brie and the new Brie. And it's a beautiful thing.
Yes.
That
Well,
is
and it's life. And, I feel like so many people, like we were raised to believe that midlife, there's a crisis. When we saw people change, you're like, they're going through a midlife crisis. And when I've realized now being in my 40s is, no, they were entering a new era. I feel like when you enter your 40s, you start to realize like, potentially I'm halfway through life, hopefully not, but pretty much, right? So people change their mindsets. They're like, no, this is the person I always wanted to be, or I don't want to take bullshit anymore, or I'm going to try new things. It's not a crisis. It's like, no, this is a new version of myself. I'm evolving. I'm becoming different things. And when I was at the Fiesta Bowl this past week, I was talking to this guy and I was like, whoa, our conversation was really inspiring. And what I think your female listeners would love is he booked a one-way ticket to go do a job. And he and I were talking about like having that leap of faith or having that one-way mindset. You and I, when we took that leap for WWE, we didn't know what kind of wrestlers we'd become, even if we didn't. But we drove our car from California to Florida on a one-way drive, renting an apartment, seeing what we can do. And it's been 20 years of an incredible journey. So take those leap of faith, whatever's in here that's burning inside, that your mind is always dreaming about or thinking about, that's your soul telling you something. And that like, this is what you need to do. So if you're always thinking about starting that workout class, singing, cooking, job, chickens, a certain job, and it's always there, whatever it might mean. Girl, you got to see how I got my chickens. You would talk about chickens for a while, and then all of a sudden one day someone was like, do you want to adopt 7 chickens? And she was out there building a big old coop, and now it's
I
like,
talk about getting a chicken coop in my backyard all the time, because back home in Kentucky, obviously, we have so many chickens. And my son Cruz loves the chickens. And I'm like, it would be such a therapeutic thing for him.
yes,
to have the chickens and, more animals around him, because I can really tell that he loves that whenever he's back home in Kentucky.
Yeah, I know. You got so cute. Yeah, you got to do it. But that guy took a one-way ticket. Where do you go? He one-way ticket to Miami to start a company with a friend that he didn't know how it would do. 20 or 30 years later, incredibly successful. He's never done anything else in his entire life. Pretty much works with NFL.
Wow.
And built an incredible company. And he goes, I took a one-way flight. It was not a lot of money in my pocket, because when my friend and I talked about this, it just gave me faith that I felt like it was the right thing to do, and I did it. Because he and I said we're going to co-write a book called The One-Way Ticket. Ooh, love that.
I love that. So you guys said that you took a one-way trip from California to Florida. I took a one-way trip from Kentucky to California.
Yeah.
My whole life changed. Like, I think people should take advantages of the opportunities when they come, or, it's very scary. Trust me. I know you guys know how scary that can be, but things can always get better.
Always. And if you fail, then it's like, that didn't work. So let's go on to something else. Failure's okay. I think people tend to think failure is a bad thing. No, failure is getting to know, like, okay, that what if is done. So now let's go succeed somewhere else.
And, people will be like, oh, you guys did that when you didn't have kids. But I will say this, when we did have kids and married in 2020, when we were all in the pandemic, Nikki and I found houses on Zillow in Napa Valley, and we never saw them. We took a leap of faith to come out to wine country to work on our wine brand. And we've been here, for 5 years, going on 6 now. It has been the greatest decision we've made, not only for us, but for our family. Like, our kids are thriving here. We get to live like country chic in a way. It's like we got to, Bonita is thriving so much because we're hands-on. And so you can also do it with the family. Your husbands have to be on board, that's for sure. Mm-hmm. But you don't have to be single. You can do it with your family too.
I agree.
Yeah. Well, that's very inspiring. Let's go into motherhood a little bit. How did becoming moms change how you see yourself as women?
I feel like for me, it was, it's when I truly found my voice, because you all of a sudden have someone that you want to like keep safe and you're going to protect. And so all of a sudden I was sticking up for Birdie. And then I'm like, oh, like I can do that for me too. And so I think when I became a mom, it was really awesome to get that kind of bravery and fearlessness and just finding my voice.
Yeah. And you just get this type of strength and will and grit of like, you can do it all. You can do it tired. You can get it all done. You can do your life and their life. And it's like, you can go through divorce. You could go through whatever it may be, and things are going to be fine. But it's wild. A kid, they truly make you a lioness. Like, we truly become the queen of the food chain, the jungle, whatever it may be. It's Jill of all that. Yeah.
I love that. I definitely feel like whenever I had my son, it opened my eyes to a lot of things that I didn't see that were happening in my life. And it also made me such a stronger woman. I love interviewing strong women. That's why I'm asking questions like this, because I think it's very inspiring.
Thank you,
you guys are amazing, and I love that. What kind of examples do you hope that your kids see whenever they look at you?
I hope when my kids, like when they grow up, and like the things that they take away is that mommy worked hard, but she also enjoyed life. She made everything special, and she took that I put them first, because I really do. I put my kids first above anything. Like, I have taken a big step back in my career, and I say no to a lot of things to make sure I'm with them. And I feel like they really do recognize that. And so I just hope they take away that family is the most important thing in the world, and that they, they'll teach their children that as well.
Yeah, I agree with you. It was cute because the other day, Mateo he had asked me if I'm a Lego master like him and his dad. And I was like, mommy tries, but I'm not the best at building Legos, because he could totally tell. But I'm trying. And he goes, you know what you are, mommy? So I'm thinking I don't know what he's going to say, like maybe about cooking and cleaning, or I don't know. He goes, you're a hard worker. And I was like, oh my gosh, baby. And it's like what he just notices I do. I work hard a lot because I want him to have the best education and all the things and whatever. So that like made me realize like I didn't even ever have to tell him that. He was just watching me and he saw what mommy does. So with family, being present and being a hard worker.
Oh, that's beautiful. We'll do a rapid fire really quick because I just want to see what you guys would answer. Who's more dramatic?
No, whatever. Fine. Nikki.
Is that a dramatic answer too?
Yeah.
Who's the better cook?
Oh, Riri.
Bree's the better cook. Okay. What's your current guilty pleasure reality show?
Oh my gosh.
Or any show. It doesn't have to be reality.
Emily in Paris, the latest season. Oh, I binged it like that.
Binged it.
Well, yeah.
Okay, so Emily in Paris. Okay. One word to describe each other.
Brave. Yeah.
Brave and strong.
Nikki's brave, Brie's strong.
Oh, I love that. Yeah. You guys are so cute. If you weren't famous, what would you honestly be doing?
I would be a florist. I don't know if we would be a gardener. Yeah, florist. I think I would be, I'd either be like head of marketing or real estate agent, but I think I'd actually do head of marketing. That's what I was going to do in college till I dropped out. But
market what?
I don't know. Probably something of sorts.
Brie just called you out. Marketing what?
Yeah. Like, oh my gosh.
Couple of quick questions from fans. This is from Jellyfish HYJ. Nikki and Brie, I love you. Will we ever get a reality show like Total Bellas ever again?
Oh, never say never. Good point. Never say never. I agree.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. This is from Shaw Team 1. How long did it take for them to recover from drinking the worm in Mexico? I need to hear this story.
I actually didn't know I drank the worm until many days after. And I was like, oh, I felt fine. I never saw it come out of me, but I'm sure it did.
Ew, that is so angry.
Oh, so my god! You took a shot or something that had a tequila. Was it a tequila?
Yeah, tequila worm. And she thought she was thought she was funny.
Yeah. By the way, if I was semi-sober, I would have never done that.
Right.
I would have been disgusting. The fact that I did that, the things you'll do wasted. Oh my god.
The things you will do. I still would not do that drunk.
We have to party together ASAP. We keep saying this. When you come to LA, you have to let me know.
Yeah, for sure.
I'm trying to start the year strong, but long days make healthy choices harder. Tempo gives me nutrient-packed meals that are already cooked and ready in minutes. Perfect for when I need real fuel fast. Tempo delivers fresh, chef-crafted, dietitian-approved meals right to your door. Each meal is perfectly portioned for lunch or dinner and ready in just 2 minutes. That means real food, real fast, without the sad desk lunch or drive-through regret. With 20 new recipes every week made from nutrient-rich ingredients, Tempo keeps things exciting and helps you stay consistent with healthy habits. Even busy athletes like Maria Sharapova swear by Tempo for balanced meals that help them stay on top of their wellness goals. And no matter your goals, there's Tempo meal for you. Protein-packed meals with up to 30 grams of protein, calorie-conscious, even GLP-1 balanced meals. It's convenient, but also flexible enough to fit the way you want to eat. For a limited time, Tempo is offering my listeners 60% off your first box. Go to TempoMeals.com/realityhits. That's TempoMeals.com/realityhits for 60% off your box. TempoMeals.com/realityhits. Rules and restrictions may apply. We live in an age of unprecedented access to information, innovation, and opportunity, but also one of environmental and societal stressors that our biology was never designed for. From microplastics to chronic digital exposure, endocrine disruptors to industrialized food, modern life is hijacking our health at a cellular level, leading to sluggishness, bloating, accelerated aging, and not feeling like yourself. Armra colostrum is nature's original superfood. Colostrum is packed with over 400 bioactive nutrients that promote your body's resilience from the inside out, strengthening immune health, fortifying gut health, and fueling performance so you can stay sharp, strong, and at your best in a world that demands it. Probiotics are touted as a gut health solution, but they only address one part of the 4-part gut wall. Armra colostrum naturally fortifies your entire gut wall system, nourishing your microbiome and strengthening the gut wall architecture, helping to guard against everyday threats. We worked out a special offer for my audience. Receive 30% off your first subscription order. Go to armra.com/reality or enter reality to get 30% off your first subscription order. That's ARMRA.com/reality. Finding the one can feel impossible, and in today's world, it's even harder. False profiles, inaccurate pictures, ghosting on dates. Is this sounding familiar? But if you're ready to make your move to a new place, it doesn't have to feel like dating. All it takes is a simple search on apartments.com to find your perfect match. Whether you're looking for a 3-bedroom condo downtown, a 2-bedroom duplex in a quiet neighborhood, a cozy studio in a walkable city, or even a single-family home in a cul-de-sac, you can find the place that checks all the right boxes. So whichever stage of life you're in, settle down in your perfect home by using apartments.com. No more swiping or awkward first dates. Make it easier to get a place that gets you. Visit apartments.com, the place to find a place. Nikki, this is from Minnie Kate 1990. Nikki, what advice on co-parenting would you give Brittany? Which I would appreciate any advice you could give me.
Oh my God, that's so sweet. You know, it's hard, but it's good days and bad days, right? I think always. But my thing is we always put Mateo first, which is great. And even on the difficult days, what I've realized is instead of battling the other person on like, but you should be figuring this out, or you just figure it out. You just always take control. And I think that it helps relieve. Like, I think you kind of taught me that. Like, don't depend on the other person. Just get it done. Even if you got to take control of all that or this, you will feel better instead of stressing and having arguments or whatever. And then Mateo stays like in a good place. And I have to admit, we both have been really great with co-parenting. And communication, I feel. And communication's keys. You got to constantly communicate. Yeah, I appreciate that. But it's not even battling the little stuff. Just, you have to get it done.
Right. Okay.
No.
Thank you for the advice. I'm going to try my hardest. It's hard.
Right. It's hard.
So hard. Okay. Before I let you go, 2 quick questions that I ask every guest that comes on this podcast. If you could be on any reality TV show, what would it be and why?
Oh, that's a really good one. You know, after seeing my sister on Traders, which I was going to do one time, but I didn't, I feel like I say I'd do good, but I might be jinxing myself. But I feel like Traders would be a fun one.
Yeah.
Like mess with people.
Yeah.
Well, I wish they still had that one. Wasn't there a reality show where a bunch of single girls went to Paris to like go find love?
That was a movie.
No, there was a reality show.
But that was a Netflix Christmas movie.
No, I swear there was a reality show where they sent American girls to Paris.
So you would do a dating show?
Well, no.
You'd be the Bachelorette?
No, yeah, right. No. I will not be kissing a ton of dudes.
Because I'd love to see her as a Bachelorette. I would just have my popcorn and be laughing.
I would love it too.
Because she would get so irritated and get the ick.
When you talk about the icks, I would be having icks left and right. No, what else would I do?
I feel like we've talked about and you did it, the Special Forces.
No, I'd be too scared.
That's embarrassing. No, but you guys would be fabulous.
That would be fun. I give you credit, Brittany, for doing that.
Shit's hard.
Because they've asked us and we've said no, we just didn't feel like it was the right time. But
I'm by heights. So like
me too.
So I can't do some of that stuff.
Yeah. I wasn't physically prepared. I wasn't mentally prepared at the time. but it was in a time where I also wanted to say yes and try new things. So I really needed to get out of what was going on in my life. So I tried it, and it was still a wonderful experience that I would never take for granted. I got to be in Morocco. I got to jump out of a helicopter. I got to do like all these crazy things that I would have never, ever done in my life. But it was a really cool experience. But you two would go much further than I would. So I can see you on there for sure.
Yeah. You know who I was so impressed with was Jessie James Decker.
Oh, yeah.
She crushed it.
Yeah, she was awesome. And she was so, because people can't see. I mean, my journey on there was very quick, but for me, it felt like it lasted 100 years. But I was in the front of the line, like had to lead the people, which was awful, blindfolded. And Jessie was behind me, and she could tell I was like breathing really hard because they put the bags over her head, and we're like laying in 100-degree weather, and it was just like terrifying. And I'm standing up, and she was behind me, and she was like massaging my shoulders, trying to like calm me down and make me feel better. So
that's
I really
so sweet. That's so sweet.
Yeah, she was great. She was.
I love that. I couldn't do that.
The last question is: who is your favorite reality TV star?
Oh, you know, wow. Gosh, that one's really
because I feel like there's people I've like really have respected. Okay, I'll tell you one who I used to love. I would be always entertained with. What was her name? I Love New York or New York.
Oh yeah, Tiffany Pollard.
Oh my gosh, I couldn't get enough of her.
Okay, she is hilarious.
Okay, that was like my favorite to watch. Like she was someone who caught me on the couch, and I'm like, I have to watch everything she does.
You know who's mine? Like who first came into mind would be Simon Cowell. And I think because I got to know him behind the scenes of AGT Extreme, but now he has his new show on Netflix, and you see like a very soft side of him. And I mean, he would obviously always crack me up on American Idol, like what he would say to people and how he does it on AGT. And then it's nice when you see this other side of Simon, and you would consider him a reality star, right?
I guess. I don't know. He's
for someone with their life phase.
Competition shows and
Yeah. I mean, I do love Ariana Madix. I like Ariana.
Yes.
And Katie. I love Katie.
Yeah.
I mean, your guys' whole group is great. Well, the girls.
Yeah.
I'm like, girls.
I love you to say, well, the girls.
The girls. Yeah. And the Nader sisters have been cracking me up.
That's one I haven't seen yet, so I need to watch.
I haven't watched that one either.
I haven't seen it yet, but I love Brooks. I knew Brooks before she did it, and so I love her.
Yeah.
You know, I'll admit I'm really bad with reality, and I think because I did it, that when I watch stuff, I like scripted. I like can tell you about all characters I would love to like shows I'd like to be on.
Yeah. No, I know. I always ask that to every question because it is a reality podcast.
No, totally.
So, you know, who their favorite is, what their favorite shows, what they would like to be on. But I just want to say thank you all so much for being here today. Y'all are always so fun. Please,
thank you, Brittany.
When you come to LA, let's go to dinner.
Yes.
Have fun.
Let's
we got kids
let's have
around
some wine.
We could have fun with the kids. We could have a mom's night out. Whatever. It would be so fun.
I like that. That'd be so fun.
Yay. Yes. Okay. Well, I love you girls. Thanks so much for being on another episode of When Reality Hits. Thanks, guys. I'll see you next week.
Bye.
Bye.
Pluto TV has thousands of free movies and TV shows.
What? This is the mindset.
Free.
This is the mantra.
Free.
This is the mindset.
With movies like Joe Dirt, Pixels, and 50 First Dates.
This is awesome.
And TV shows like Survivor, SpongeBob SquarePants, The Fairly Odd Parents, and Ghosts. Pluto TV is always free.
Huzzah!
Pluto TV. Stream now, pay never.
You're welcome.
With so many options, why choose Arizona State University?
For me, the only online option was ASU because of the quality. Their faculty was really involved with their students and care about your personal journey. The dedication to my personal development from my professors, that's been extremely valuable to me.
Earn your degree from the nation's most innovative university. Online. That's a degree better. Explore more than 350 plus undergraduate, graduate, and certificate programs at asuonline.asu.edu.